Hello, and welcome to the Overcomer Podcast. Of course, my name is Cody Langford, and today I'm joined by Dakota Kellermeyer. If you have not seen Dakota before, so he goes to Crossroad. How long have you been going to Crossroad?
So my family went right when it actually kind of opened up.
Gotcha.
I kind of started going back in 2022.
Gotcha, awesome. That's probably when I met you.
Probably right around then.
Yeah, awesome, sweet. And if you haven't noticed, if you are watching, Dakota has a pretty sick mustache. I am jealous.
It'll change back to a beard in the winter, but right now it's the summer stash.
Oh, I love it. I tell Ailey, my wife, I just have to keep the beard just because I'm too ugly. So the beard like covers everything. So
I'll have to disagree, but maybe one day. Maybe one day you'll join the stash.
Maybe one day I'll join the stash. There is part of me wants to join the stash, but another part of me is I don't know. But you pull it off. Not many people can pull it off.
Well, I appreciate that.
So, hey, that's how I like to start this episode. Maybe I'll start doing that with different people. All right. So, of course, as always, we do our icebreakers. It's 3. Everybody has to answer them. We've had some fun answers. And we've had not as fun, but they're still fun. They're genuine. And that's what we love because we just want to get to know the person that we're interviewing. So, Dakota, your favorite color?
So, it's actually funny. Favorite color is orange, but like everyone has like their own color. My color is blue, but my favorite color is orange.
Really?
A lot of my things I have tend to be blue because I think orange is kind of just too out there.
Yeah, it's hard to have that as an everyday outfit.
So like majority of my like shirts and just everything's blue, but my favorite color is orange.
That's fun. We haven't had a person that said 2 so far. I love that.
Yeah, I mean, I just love orange, but
yeah,
blue is just like my everyday kind of color.
Do you have a specific orange color, like a sunset, sunrise?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like that that good sunrise, sunset orange. Not like a cheesy orange. I don't like that one.
Right. Yeah, it's that deep, rich.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love that. Your favorite food?
Okay, so probably just like a good old steak. Now,
oh yeah.
I could go into more detail about different types, but we'll just go with a good steak.
Ooh, fancy. Hey, we got time. What's your favorite type of steak?
I mean, definitely like a fillet.
Yeah.
And then probably like rare or medium rare. I like them real.
Rare? So I've ordered it rare.
Like a handful of times.
Ooh.
it gets the table going, ooh.
That's so funny. Yeah, I'm normally I just say medium. I like that. I have family members who are very I want it as dry as possible. I don't think I have anybody in my family who's I want it as rare as possible.
Yeah, my brother-in-law got me into it. First time he did rare, everyone kind of had the head turn, and
right.
I was like, maybe one day I'll be bold, and did it. It was good.
Yeah, I don't mind it too. There is that's like the same people who say pineapple can't be on pizza. I don't know how you feel about that.
I just don't like pineapple in general, so.
Well, see, all right, so you're excluded from that whole conversation.
Exactly.
But steak, because I cook a lot of our steaks at home, and most of the time, it's medium, but it would be more on the rare side probably. And it tastes just as fine.
Oh yeah, no, if I cook it at home, it's definitely probably like a medium rare.
Here's another thing I heard. This is just a fact that I really didn't check it, so fact checkers. I don't have anybody in the room with me in this podcast, and I can just say, hey, pull this up. But I'm pretty sure when you see that red liquid that we always think is blood, it's not the actual blood of the steak. So when we think, oh, it's all bloody, it's actually not. It's something to do with muscle tissue or something like that the meat actually releases, I believe, just because the oxidation or whatever the word is. Oxygen, it's coming out. That could be true. That also couldn't be true. So I'll let you figure that out, listeners. Favorite memory. It's a hard one because we've lived a life. How old are you?
27.
27?
Yeah.
When's your birthday?
November 20th.
Nice.
98, so.
27. 98. Good years.
Yeah.
So you think about in 27 years, do you have a favorite memory?
Ooh, got kind of thinking about it. Got a couple different ones.
Yeah.
So I would say one I really liked is when I started getting back into church. I was stopping at my grandmother's house, and one time she was super happy to see me coming home from church, and she was clapping. That was just a good core memory.
Oh, I love that.
It definitely felt like I had a little cheerleader, hey, you made it to church. It was awesome.
Oh, that is awesome.
And then I don't want to say because I have so many nieces and nephews now. But the first one, my first nephew,
It's always special about the first one.
I would come home when I was living with my parents, and he would like almost when he would come visit, he would run out to come like greet me. He's like, "Uncle, you're home!" And then one time he was like, "Uncle, you're my bestest friend," and I just like melted my heart. So,
oh, dude, isn't that so funny?
Yeah, that core memories.
Now, do they call you Uncle what?
Uncle Dakota.
Uncle Dakota? Have they been able to say it since?
For the while, yeah. Uncle Dakota, Uncle Coda.
Uncle Coda? That's still an awesome name.
Yeah.
I think that might have been one of the first things I ever said to you was that's such a cool name. I love the Dakota.
Yeah.
Do you know how your parents came up with that?
No idea. My dad did it, though. My mom named my first two siblings, and my dad named the second two.
Nice.
Yeah, and my name was supposed to be Hudson, because that's what my mom really wanted it to be. I'm really happy it's not. And then my grandmother wanted to name me Pierce, because I was like some family name, but my dad was like, it's Dakota. And it's funny, my grandmother actually didn't like Dakota.
Oh, wow.
She was like, I'm going to call him Cody. So
that's so funny.
Yeah, so like growing up, everyone was like Coda, Cody, so I was like, whatever.
Yeah, whatever you call me. I'm Cody with a K, but a lot of people, I do landscaping, and so many people will say, "Hey, Corey," "Hey," yeah, they don't know my name.
Yeah,
and I normally just go with it. I never correct anybody, or I'm like Cody with a K, but if someone writes it with a C, I'm not gonna fault you.
Yeah,
this is a funny thing. Talking about Ailey's grandfather, which was Pastor Ron, for all of you listening. Whenever him and her grandmother would write a card to me and Ailey, or to me for like birthday or Christmas, they would do, I think it was KOTY or it was COTY, but it was always with a T. And I always said to Ailey, I don't want to tell them because it doesn't matter to me. And one day, I think somebody in the family, we were all over there hanging out, and they finally said that. And they're like, why didn't you say anything? And I was like, I didn't want to be a burden. That was always a funny thing. Awesome. Dakota, so your dad nailed it.
Yeah, no. And like he actually had like a truck that had a Dakota on the tire, so
such a
such
a guy thing.
I'm like, did you name me after a truck or a tire? But
it was my favorite truck. That's so funny.
Yeah.
All right, so just getting in about you, where'd you grow up?
So born across the Bay Bridge in like Severna Park area.
Gotcha.
But I was like a year or two, my parents moved to a farm in Denton, Maryland.
Really?
So Caroline County. Yep. And we're right on the outskirts of it, so we're actually really close to Greenwood, Delaware. So somehow we ended up coming to Crossroads actually like right when it opened up.
Oh wow.
And we were going there for many years.
Awesome.
Overall we still go here today, but
yeah,
most people have branched and lived other places now. So
right. Yeah, it happens. Dude, that's awesome. So your family, of course, you said. So how many siblings do you have?
I'm the youngest of 4, so I have 3 older siblings.
You're the baby.
Yeah.
Have you been getting the good treatment of the baby, or does everyone like do the rest of the siblings just hate you?
No, we're we're a close family, thankfully. There's a lot of age gap. It's like 9, 7, and 5 years between my siblings, but overall, everyone's really. Yeah, we're a close family.
Oh,
so
awesome. So I have. This is a question I've asked some people, and some people I've forgotten to ask. It's always just a funny, dumb question. Which sibling is your favorite?
Well, I have one sister, so I could say her. I could say the brother that's closest to me, or the brother that's farthest from age. Whew.
You don't have to actually answer. That's just a joke question.
Well, the thing is, my favorite sibling is the one who actually listens to this. Boom.
Boom. There you go. Whoever listens to this, you're Dakota's favorite. And if it's 2 of them, you have to wrestle.
I'm down for that.
That's awesome. So your mom, so like you said, your grandmother, so was she very involved in your life?
Oh, yeah. My mom's side of the family, those grandparents were very involved in my life. They only had 5 grandchildren, so
gotcha.
Very involved, very wanting to be doing things with us.
Yeah.
My dad's side of the family, not saying they weren't involved, but I think I couldn't tell you how many grandchildren she had.
Oh, gotcha.
My dad was like one of 6.
Wow.
So, and they all had huge family,
Yeah.
tiny family. So
Yeah.
you can kind of put the numbers together.
That's awesome. I know you saying about your favorite memory with your grandmother. I love that memory.
Yeah, no, it was a really good one, and it was a good time in life of just revival, and just it was great. So
Yeah, new beginnings, getting
Mhm.
back to it. I love that. So we've asked different people job, like when you were growing up, say like when you were 12. What did you want to be when you grew up?
So kind of different, bunch of different things.
Yeah.
One that really stuck with me for a bit was a lawyer, and that's because I liked to argue with people when I was younger. And my mom was like, "You should be a lawyer. You can argue all day." I'm like, "What are you talking about? I can't argue." I'm like, "Wait, made my point right there."
Yeah.
But I was not into reading, so did not pan out to be a lawyer. So it is what it is.
Sweet. And so now what do you do for work?
I'm an insurance agent, so it's fun.
So anybody out there who needs insurance, talk to Dakota.
You certainly can. I know way too much about insurance nowadays, and it's like, why do you know this much about insurance? So,
Dude, that's okay. You're reliable.
I like to think I am.
Yeah. So looking back, did you ever think that you'd be so involved with insurance and know so much about
Oh,
it?
no, not at all.
Yeah.
No, I started as an intern at my job, and I actually like shadowed a couple of different people, and the way that they talked about insurance actually made me terrified of the industry.
Oh.
I did not want to be an insurance agent. I told myself, I was like, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
Well, just, God says something else, and it happens. So
Yeah.
been doing it for almost 5 years.
Wow. So this isn't a question I have written down, but just one that I just thought of. What's your favorite part of being in that role?
Oh, I mean, so it's a sales role, and this was like my whole core principle of when I got into sales. It's really just to identify the problem, help them out, and when you sell something, I don't want to do a sleazy sale where it's like hey, you need beard oil. Let me go get you beard oil.
Yeah.
You don't need beard oil.
Yeah.
But if it's like hey, you need a beard comb. Hey, man, I got you a beard comb. It's going to be great for you. You're going to benefit from it.
Mm-hmm.
That satisfaction of educating someone, helping them out, and then making whatever they need improved or better.
Yeah. Filling a need.
That's what it's all about. That's what I love about it.
Yeah.
So being able to do that with my role, that's been the best thing.
And then of course having the godly influence of your walk with Christ, because like you said, sleazy. There are a lot of people out there who just want to take advantage and want to get as much money as possible.
Yeah, and it's not the way to do it, and I can't have the heart to do that. So
Yeah.
I'm very thankful for that. But
Yeah. Awesome.
Mhm.
That's why the Lord has you in that role. And also, so been coming Crossroad or a little more than how many years? So I think coming back to 20. Well,
like-
if you said when you came back,
yeah,
2022 to now, it's 4 years.
give or take, probably. It was late 2022. It was like
Right.
October, September-ish.
Gotcha. And then so you are a part of our young adult ministry, which is a Bible study for all those you graduated high school and you're 30 and below, or even 30 and above a little bit, but just people younger who are just trying to figure out life. This is pretty much a Bible study that you can figure out life together and have like-minded people, because we live in a world where not everybody's like-minded, unfortunately. But as the body of Christ, how long have you been in young adult?
I can't remember exactly when I started. It may have been the beginning of 23. And what actually happened was Andrew at the time was leading it. And I guess it was probably the end of 22 then. He actually had like we're going to have like a little bonfire outside on a Sunday night. And I came to that. And that's when I met you and Ailey.
Right.
And a bunch of other people there at the time. And at first I was like, well, I work all the way in Easton. I live in Denton. I'm not going to try to come out Wednesday nights. That's just too much driving.
Right.
But then once I met the group, I was like, I probably need to start coming out.
I
So
love it.
I started doing that commute, and it has been very beneficial. There's a couple times when I wasn't making it, but I'm definitely been more consistent with it recently, probably the last year.
Awesome. Young adult Yeah, like I said, a lot of like-minded people, just like how you just said, of you meet the group and you're like, yeah, I should probably. This is a good thing.
Yeah, no, it was awesome to meet a bunch of the guys, and it was a good experience. It really was. Uh, Being brand new. I mean, I'm pretty sure someone was like, "Hey, new kid, come sit with me." I was like, "All right." So
Yeah.
it was very inclusive. It was very welcoming, and I had a great time. So
Awesome. Dude, sweet. So all of you younger generational people out there, please go to Young Adult. It's on Wednesday nights. So then we'll just get right into your testimony. Tell us about just your walk with the Lord, how you found him, where you're at now.
oh man, this is gonna be a fun one.
Oh, I love
So
it.
uh, I'll try to give a very quick background and then try to jump up to like that 2022 time.
Yeah.
So, like I said, my family came here growing up, and then I actually went to a private school in Easton, which was also a Catholic school, and we weren't Catholic at all, but it was just what I kind of needed. I needed the structure.
Mm-hmm.
Public school was a little bit too loose for me.
Mm.
But when I was in there, I kind of like really liked the tradition and like the format and the just I really just learned the religion of it, where
Yeah.
oh, you have the peace, you have this, and when I came to Crossroads, I was like, they don't do this right, they're not doing it right, and I actually didn't like Crossroads when I was younger.
Oh, wow.
And since I was kind of out in Easton and my family was more towards that area, we actually went to a couple different churches that were more in that kind of traditional background, and I liked that more. I don't know why. I could not tell that to my past self, but so I was really into that. Really big into the youth groups out there. Joined a couple different ones, and up to high school, I definitely was like, a lot of people referred to me as like, "Oh, you're the Christian kid. You're the Christian kid." Didn't read my Bible, but I was like, I know God is good. I know He's with me. And I kind of just had that. I really try to refrain from anything bad, and I was relatively good. And then I graduated high school, and since I also had, and this is kind of like how my mind worked because I had like that religion background, I was like, all right, I'm doing good. God's gonna save me. I was like, high school's over. I don't care. I was like, I'll just go to college, have fun, and I'll come back to God. I'll get baptized because that'll cleanse me of all my sins. That's how my mind worked.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's okay. I can put God on the back burner for once. And I went to college and kind of just let the world take over for a bit. And when I graduated, I was in a really toxic relationship. And when I got my job, actually, I wanted to stay in Salisbury. But God basically was like, no, you're in Easton, away from the college, because I went to Salisbury, away from that scene, because if I was in that scene, I don't know if things would have worked out the way they would have.
Yeah.
And God removed people out of my life, put people in that I needed at that time. And I basically got saved from, hey, I didn't value myself because I was putting it in to others, and that's where that toxic relationship was. And when I say it was toxic, it was really bad, where when I finally was out of it, I mean, it took years to get out of.
Oh, wow.
And when I did get out of it, I was out and I was going towards God, and I started putting the things of the past behind me, and I was going after God. It was really a beautiful thing. But as soon as He can put someone in your life to help you with those things, He can take them out as soon as possible as well. And that was something that was really challenging for me, but also really pushed my faith. And that's where I grew a ton in 2022. And at that time, I was still like that very baby Christian, but I was like really just that hunger for God. And that's when I came back to Crossroads, because I was like, I'm doing this all on my own. I'm listening to podcasts. I'm trying to do this. I was like, I need to go back, go to a church I know.
Yeah.
And The previous churches I was part of, things just weren't going great with them. So I was like, I need to go back to the basics. And my family would always come back here for Christmas, Easter, because everyone would be together. But I was like, you know what? I can just do this on my own. And I want to say it was August, like second or third week of August of 2022. I want to say it was a regular week, and then the next week was the youth takeover week.
Okay, yeah.
And I just remember that very vaguely. That was like the very, like the next service. And it was awesome coming back to God in that time. Hearing the word and just having the excitement of the word and having it just kind of live in me and kind of spark that fire to actually read. And like my whole mindset of life just switched around where I remember when I would just be mad at anything and just, if I scraped my elbow, I'd try to blame the table. Why'd you move the table here? Like whatever. And then when I did it and I got saved, it was like, wow, I'm really goofy. Why the heck did I do that? Like my whole attitude just shifted. And it was just such a blessing. And God really did just contribute other people in my life that really helped push me into that. And going back to like my grandmother, when I graduated college, I was living at my parents' house and working. And she has a house right next door. Once again, God put someone in my life where they were like, oh, I drive an hour and a half and take my dogs to see my grandmother because it makes her day. I'm like, I don't even walk 20 feet to go see my grandmother and like go have dinner with her. That shifted my whole my mindset. I was like, started doing that. And then I was telling her the messages at church because she couldn't really get to church because she was just really hard to get in the car and everything. So it was beautiful of how one person came in my life, said one thing like that and changed my mindset. And I mean, it's just one miracle after a miracle after another person after another. So it was like, I mean, it's truly just God. It's awesome.
Oh my goodness. Wow. All right. There was a lot right there.
Yes. I was trying to make it brief, but
no, you don't have to make it brief at all. That was awesome. And that's so fun because like I've known you from young adult, of course, seen you at church and here and there, but I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
That is so incredible. That conviction, you know, so many people use the word like miracle. They just like throw it out for everything. But you think of like the miraculous. It's something that we cannot explain by nature, that it had to be from God. And so that moment of that person saying that to you, and I would 100% would say just the Holy Spirit convicting you, saying you need to think about that. Oh, I love that. That is a miracle because I mean, you think your new life, that didn't come just from nothing.
Yeah, no, there's been a lot of different convictions along the way too. And it's been, I don't know, I love it. And I remember like when I was meeting you and in small groups, you're like, I pray for convictions. I'm like, this guy's crazy. But then it's like, wait a second. Then I started doing it. I was like, this is nice. Cause then you kind of break down things that you were like, oh, this is fine. You're like, oh,
yeah,
it's not fine. Oh, let me change this up. And so it's really,
man. Well, hey, I'm glad. Yeah, that is a prayer I pray every single day. I think we all need that because I think we all get comfortable and we like to settle. And always asking for conviction. Oh man, that's so awesome. Let's see, I want to get into that is something. So of course you sit over there on that side of the church. We say it's the other side because I sit on the other side of the church, which here's a little note for everybody listening. Maybe every once in a while, and that's like convicting just in myself, maybe we should move to a different seat just so we can interact with one another and actually have conversations. And I'm saying this for myself as well, because everybody loves their spot. And if I don't get there before everybody else, then you took my spot. But, you know, so that'll be a little conviction for everybody. Hopefully I don't get pushed back by that. If I do, you're convicted. But always seeing you at church, whether someone is with you or someone isn't with you, like it always makes me like, of course, like you're older than me, but like it makes me very proud, like to always see you out there when we're doing praise and worship and just seeing you. Like that's all. Like that takes a lot for someone your age to come and to take that step and say, you know what, I'm just gonna go.
8:30 too.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, first service. I love that.
Yeah, kind of talking about the whole seating thing too. And this is, I said God add people into your life.
Yeah.
And so it was really funny. My first time coming back in 2022, I sat very middle row, right on the end. Service ended. I booked it for the door because, you know, that's what you do. You book it for the door.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna keep it vague. I know she's gonna be listening, but she'll know who it is. So Monday morning, I go into work and I get a phone call from a coworker, and she's like, "Dakota Kellermeyer, I saw you at church. You can come sit with me and my family." And I'm like, "Oh, well, thanks, but I don't want to interrupt your family. Like, you know, church is like, it's kind of like special with your family and intimate." And next Sunday, I come in and I'm there probably 8:00. I'm like, all right, I'll just go to my seat, sit, and I'll be good. I get in there, and she's already there with her family, and she's waving me down. Dakota! I was like, oh, I have to go say hi at least. Oh, yeah. I go over there to say hi. Oh, you can sit right there. And here's my husband. Here's my daughter. Oh, yeah. And it's just like, well, I guess I'm sitting here now.
I love that.
So that's actually how, I guess you can almost recruit people to the side of the church you're going to be on.
Recruit people?
Because I've been sitting on that same side and with them majority of the time. So
I love that much.
It's awesome how he works. I mean, just putting people in your life. I mean, the very first time I go to church in years, and then what were the odds of that?
Your coworker.
Yeah, former coworker.
Yeah,
but,
that's insane. Dude, that's awesome. Man. This is a question I've been trying to ask people because it's very, like, I'll use a big word, fascinating. That's a big word for me, not for other people. But ways that the Lord talks to us. For me, example, I believe I get a lot of conviction, and there's been one or two moments where I could feel like, oh yeah, you must get that peace that surpasses all understanding. And it's like, Lord, I know you're talking to me right now. What ways do you believe that God has talked to you, spoken to you? Of course, you kind of already talked about it, but I didn't know if there are any other ways.
Oh, that unexplainable piece for sure. Yeah. I am 100% with you on that one.
Yeah,
it is. I mean, just the conviction, and you're praying for things, and then it's just like, I don't know. You just get that unexplainable peace, something that nothing else can offer. Yeah. It's just peace that you're like, all right, we're good. Yeah. You don't need to worry about a thing. It's just perfect. I don't know.
I love that nothing else can offer.
Yeah, it is truly just his peace. Like, there's nothing else you can compare it to. So.
Oh man, I think it would be good if we got into, not of course details wise, but you said toxic relationship. Mm-hmm. That relationship. What are some things that you learned on the other side of that relationship?
Oh, I could put a million things into it.
So this could be anybody else who is in that type of relationship, which you could explain what a toxic relationship is.
Yeah. Well, this one, it was on and off it was 2018 or 2019, I think, till 22. So 3-4 years. Yeah. And it was just, at first it was all, you're in love, all sunshine, rainbows, you know, but then it's like one thing happens, one person makes a mistake, and then it's like your deathbed. You're almost getting crucified for a mistake. And then it's like, let me work it to get back. And then it's just a lot of push-pull between two people where it's like, I don't want anything to do with you. But then the other person's like, I'll do anything to be with you. And then when it flips, it goes the other direction. And
right.
When I say it was like a very toxic part too, where it was like, I remember one time like visiting my friend after I graduated and my ex was still there. Like, I remember like seeing her like across campus and like our eyes locked, and it was like hey, like chemistry, everything was just there. We're like, all right, this is weird. Like it was really bad. Wow. But I mean, put me in situations I didn't want to be in all the time, 24/7, mistreated me. I'm sure I'm probably just as much to blame. I'm not going to ever say I'm not, but a lot of bad things, and it just, I really put my, what happened with that is I didn't love myself. I didn't value myself. I didn't have the love for God, and I didn't feel like God really, I knew he loved me. I knew all the songs. I knew that, but I didn't like really feel it. There's definitely a lot of times in college where I'm happy for my praying grandmother and my mother and my family, because there's a lot of times where I'm like, how did I get out of that alive? Yeah. So a lot of those times that God definitely had his hand over me, but there's the fact of like self-love and loving from God and not having that from someone else, because I put all of like my love for that girl and I expected all of her love for me. And then when it wasn't, I was like, I'm worthless. I'm nothing. Yeah. And I need that love from her. And when I realized, oh, I don't need that, that's when I was like able to break free. So very toxic.
Yeah. Putting your identity into something else other than Christ. Man. Yeah, I guarantee you've learned so much from that.
Yeah. It was really bad where like, I just, since I put all of like my trust and love into someone that like, hey, they love me and want the best for me, even though they maybe don't. It's just like, man, they said I looked really good wearing that. Was that them being truthful, or was that them not being true? Like, it's just like things. It's all the way down to the smallest things that you have to like reprogram yourself to say like, is this actually good or is this actually not good? And it was a huge growth moment for me.
Yeah, but after that, so when was there a specific moment that you can look back and remember and say like, I need to get back to it?
To Christ?
Yeah.
So there's actually a moment in that relationship where it was really turmoiled, and I remember like, I don't know why of all the things I remember, but one of the things I remember, I was like, we need to get to church because like this is disastrous and we need to get to it. And it's one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, well, I'll get to church when I have the time, and then it never happened. Yeah. But when that was like near the end, I basically was like, I need to find God. I was like, I can't be living this life. I can't be rely on this. And when I started to go after him, that's when that separation was starting to happen with her.
Right.
And it was so freeing.
I bet.
Oh, it was so freeing. Because I remember like the very last time I ever saw her, it was like to get like the last of my things. And it was like, she had like when I say it's toxic, it's like, she could say some things and it would get me right back in. But like, I felt like I had like the shield of God over me at that time, because I was like, everything she's saying, I was like, I knew this used to get to me. I was like just walking out of the building. I was just like, nothing's impacting me. I was like, I'm not wanting to go back. I'm not wanting to chase after her. I'm not wanting anything. I was like, I have peace. That's awesome. It was great.
Yeah, it is freeing.
It was amazing. So,
and even with that testimony, so much can be used from a spiritual aspect of what the enemy wants to do, which is to kill, steal, and destroy. And of course, it wasn't like that, but the way of like manipulation and how the enemy knows what things work and what things don't work, and how to whisper in your ear these certain things that make you feel self-conscious, or, your identity is lost. You're not loved, all this stuff. But you saying that moment of her talking to you and you realize like, it's not getting to me.
Yeah.
That's a testimony in itself.
It's great. Loving. That self-growth from that moment was just monumental for me. It's just like, it's like when you keep on tripping and falling. It's like, all right, I'm tripping, falling, and I'm staying down. Tripping, falling, staying down.
Yeah.
This time I was like, oh, I'm not even stumbling here. I'm walking out perfectly fine. It was really...
that's awesome.
Like, I think I probably could make this up. I don't know if it's true or not, but I almost feel like there's other times after that where she was like trying to rope me back in, but I was just like, oh, I'm good. I'm fine.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was...
Just thank you, Jesus.
Yeah, no, literally, it's just like a hallelujah, Jesus. Like, thank you for that, because it's been great.
That's awesome. And think about with that, because it's part of your testimony. And of course, this is the Overcomer podcast. So other people can hear our stories and they can learn. And if it helps them, amazing. If it encourages them, amazing. But with that story, how many people your age, my age, even older, younger, of them in any kind of relationship, you can help that person and talk to them. Not saying you know everything, but you can say, listen, this is what happened to me. I mean, just that story right there of how many kids right now are in a relationship where they don't have their identity. They put it into something else other than Christ, a person, a phone, anything. But it's in a person and that person lets you down and you're pretty much lost, but you're also stuck to that person because that's your identity, even though it's a wrong identity. But you can explain to them listen, when I finally, pretty much almost surrendered, went back, those things didn't bother me. That's awesome. The Lord can totally use that.
Yeah, no, I definitely think so. I hope so.
Yeah, I mean, this is what this podcast is all about. Sharing truthful stories. We've all messed up. We've all gone through things. And I think a lot of people just don't ask, not in the sense that they don't ask for help, because I'm a person that doesn't like to ask for help, but realizing that as a Christian, there was a time where we were not. And even where we were, so many people who were raised up in church will tell you now, well, I didn't have a relationship until I was older or whatnot. So we've all come to a point where, okay, this is the breaking point. I got to go 100% with my heart. I can't go in or out. I can't constantly say, oh, we need to go to church. We need to do this, but you never do it. There's a moment where he says, all right, we're going to do it. We're going to follow with our whole heart. So I love that so much. This is another question. I love hearing how people say it. So I don't have it written down. And so I'm sorry if this catches you off guard. It's not crazy, but, I think it is a beautiful question, and you can answer it any way that you want. Everyone has a different answer, and that's why I love it. Who is Jesus to you?
I feel like that's like everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just Lord of Lord, King of King. Like, I mean, it almost like, yeah, just everything. I mean, that's everything for him, everything about him.
Yeah, it's where our hope comes from.
Yeah, if it's not about Jesus, then it's like I don't need to be associated with that. I don't want any part of it. So
yeah,
it's definitely a good standard for that.
Dude, awesome answer. I love that. I love that question. Something as we kind of go out, final thoughts, advice-wise, what is one piece of advice that you could tell whoever? I always joke and say there's only one person listening. I know there's other people listening to this podcast, but one piece of advice from your life that you could tell somebody else, even like your younger self, what's one piece of advice that you'd give them?
I mean, comes right to my mind first was just go through the storm. And it's something that I've tried to do, and I might be crazy about it, but like try to be joyful in all moments, even through the storm.
Yeah.
When even it's like you hear bad news, you get a bad break, things seem scary, try to just remain joyful. And that's something that I definitely felt has helped me get through so many things in life.
Yeah.
I mean, any type of just news where it's like, wow, this is insane, you should be worried. It's like, why do I need to worry? God has me. It's like, we're good. Yeah. And people don't understand that aren't believers.
Right.
And even people that are believers, I think it's sometimes they have a hard time truly having that.
Yeah.
I think that could be an issue too, is, well, I'd say I trust the Lord with all my might. So I trust him, but I'm still going to be nervous. It's like, no. Like, truly just be joyful at all times. So I'm going to kind of key in this too.
Yeah.
So like, I think, I'm very much into the gym. So like when
Yes.
you said it awful. I was gonna say like, when I go for a lift that maybe is a little bit of a PR and I don't get it, I don't get mad. I just laugh and say, "Wow, look what the Lord has done. Where I'm able to even attempt this. I'm still healthy. I'm still whole. My body's not hurt. I failed it. Oh man, I actually hurt my back last August, and I'm actually back better. And like, there's things that God just does." And at the moment, you're like, man, I used to be able to do that. Or, man, what's going on? It's, hey, I'm still able to do this. I'm able to do that.
Yeah.
Things are still good. Like, it's funny because people will see me like fail and I'm like laughing at myself and they're like, what's wrong with that guy? Mm-hmm. And it's just, I have joy. There's no point of being mad about something or being upset. It's like, God has control. He's in control of everything. And I mean, that's a little bit different, but just how I like to kind of talk about that is
Well, just like we said before earlier, your identity is not in working out and getting the PR, getting the biggest weights or all that stuff. That is not your identity anymore. Mm-hmm. I love that. And I said, oh yeah, to you, Jim, because you're a good looking dude.
Well, I appreciate
that.
Son,
you're welcome. This is, I apologize, looking at my phone. I had to pull up this verse because you saying about that. So this is Romans 8. Verse 18, for I consider that the suffering of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory that is to be revealed to us. I'll even go 19. For the anxious longing of creation waits eagerly for the revealing of the sons of God. So this is just for a time. Other scripture says it's a vapor in the wind. Mm-hmm. It's hard to wrap our minds around that, if we're healthy, we'll get to 90. Of course, other people get over that. But I mean, if we're extremely healthy, we'll get to the age 90. But that still does not compare to eternity. Mm-hmm. We put so much into this life, but, we need to look at things of the future, which I can't even imagine eternity. That doesn't make sense in my small human mind of like, of course, the question always is what would we do? Of course, give honor, praise, and glory. But I love that. I think like to round off this podcast, it would be, asking people, what do you put your identity in? Mm-hmm. Talking about your relationship, even just going back to the gym, how your mindset can change of when bad things do happen. It doesn't affect you as much. Or when people say certain things to you, it doesn't affect you.
Yeah, no, it's been a blessing. I mean, I remember like when I did get hurt in the gym back in August, like it was never like anything other than, I mean, like as soon as my mind went to it, I kind of like focused on God. I mean, instantly, like I fell and I was like, all right, Lord, what's going on? Like it was crazy. Like I went right to God. My mind went right to him. And I was just like, what's going on? Am I going to be able to walk? Am I going to be fine? Is this going to happen? What are you trying to show me through this? Like it went through everything right then.
That's awesome.
It was really, I don't know. I just enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I didn't enjoy the pain, but
of course
I enjoyed how my mindset was already programmed to go right to God. It was something that was so beautiful behind it. And I don't know if it was like me getting too cocky in the gym. Maybe I was like, oh, you know what? Maybe I need to show off. Or I don't know what it could have been. Maybe it was God saying, stretch a little bit more, idiot. Or
he had to show you a little something.
Like, I'm not very sure what that was completely. I think I have some ideas, but now I'm back. Have no pain in my lower back. I have no pain at all.
Praise the Lord.
I've been stretching now. But it's like things like that. It's just, you just like look back and like, wow, at that time I was like, am I going to be able to walk? Am I going to need surgery? Am I going to need this? Like, and then it's just God does. He takes care of it. There's been another injury. I injured my thumb. I still can bend it, not best, but no surgery was needed. That was a miracle. They were like, we don't know how you missed the nerve, but you missed it. And I was like, sweet, because I cut myself on accident trying to make food. You know, I'm a horrible chef.
You're not that bad of a chef.
Well, apparently. But so I remember like hearing that. So just miracle after miracle, just trusting God. I remember going in. I was like, Lord, I know this is not where I want to be, but you're in control. Whatever needs to happen, let it happen.
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
Yeah, surrendering. Even if they did say you have to get a surgery, or even if they said we have to do this with your thumb, you surrendering it and saying, Lord, you know my body better than anybody else, better than I know my body. So I'll trust you and give it up to you. Oh, dude, I love that. Well, that's awesome. As always, I wish these podcasts were longer. Right now, we're kind of switching like to 45 minutes to an hour. Maybe one day we'll I don't think we're going to do the Joe Rogan 3 hours, but I loved it. I appreciate you so much for sharing your story, sharing some wisdom, because I do believe even though we are young, we also have, and it's only because of Christ. It's just what Christ has shown us in our lives that we can share to other people. You know, it's not just people with white hair, which they have the most wisdom. I'll 100% say that. But I'm saying we can all learn something from someone.
Absolutely.
That's something I kind of go through life of. If I have a conversation with anybody, even if they sound so crazy, I can learn that person's crazy and I don't want to be like that. So you can learn something from everybody. And I guarantee a lot of people learn a lot just about listening to you. This is also a fun thing. If you ever see Dakota, go up and say hi to him. I bet he'd love that.
Probably. It might catch me off guard depending on where it's at.
Yeah, don't spook him. Don't like scare him and jump up behind him or like give him a hug from behind. Don't do that. Just come up and say, good morning.
I love it.
Oh, so much. Of course, this podcast, it is on the Crossroad Productions. I think we're going to be doing an ad for it sooner or later. You'll see it up on the big screens at church on Sundays and Saturday nights. We just thank you so much for listening. Again, as we always say, think about, as you heard Dakota, think about just your own testimony. And if you have one, and I believe that the Lord has given us all a testimony, whether you believe it or not. And as you're listening to this, just think about that. Think about how you can share what the God of Jacob, of Abraham, with the God of Moses, what your God, who's the Father of Jesus, what he has done in your life to share to other people. So we thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.